1970s as wanting to be a journalist. Got there, found I really didn't like it very much. Worked in Latin America as a correspondent briefly for the Dallas Morning News. Then went to work for Business Week for a while. Thought that would solve the problem. That didn't work. So about 1977 or so, I said, gee, I really like self-employment. Let me look into this. And never turned back. Had about 3 or 4 small companies over the years. You go up to our website, peterancone.com, you'll see some of the other ones pointing you to those, how we develop little businesses in niche markets. For instance, we have a communications company called yourhistory.net, which goes out and does histories of companies, organizations, municipalities, and now we're even doing families and individuals. And we capture it on brochure, video, websites, whatever. So that gives you an example of niche. So that's me. I will have a book out in December called Workbook, Hire Yourself, Creating Your Dream Job, which is what this is based on. To actually be a workbook that takes people from start to launch. Kind of like, business for dummies sort of thing. So that's all. Okay, obviously it's called Hire Yourself, Create Your Dream Job. Something I just threw out there. It's been sitting in my head for about 40-some years. I think the one way, if you really want to do what you want to do, is give yourself a job. Create the job, make it. Over the years, people would say to me, well, Pete, I don't want to run a business. I really just don't want to do that. I don't think people realize that there are many, many ways to do this. Yes, you can have a traditional corporation. You can have a small company. You can have a partnership. But you can also be what's called a 1099er. Somebody that just goes out there and does independent for hire. We're talking about graphic design. A lot of that's really pioneered in that industry. Embrace this idea. You've probably heard in the radio commercials that I made with Flagler Broadcasting that I say there's 5 things you need to know before you go into business or you're in business. And what I was really referring to are these 5 key processes. And I think if you have these 5 processes, you walk through them, and I'm going to go through each one by one. Number 1, retrain your brain. Employee to employer transition. Assess your compatibility with self-employment. Example, if you're not a people person, don't go into a people business. Okay? If you don't like selling, don't base your business around sales where you have to go and do personal sales. If you don't like being inside, or you're difficult with numbers, think about these things. A great example of someone who actually came to my wife for some legal advice. A young fellow was starting a landscape business, cutting trees down. Great opportunity now, smaller trees, not big things, just for homeowners. Guy was plagued by terrible allergies. Why would you consider doing it? He ended up being out of business in 3 months. Same sort of thing. I'm going to talk about core ideas and compatibility. This is a big, big part of success, and whether you make it or not, along with other types of things. Develop a vision. Now, I'm not using that in a catchy phrase way, vision. Now, it really is a vision. It's like athletes who talk about visualizing scoring a touchdown or visualizing a 100-yard dash. You sometimes have to work long hours as well if you're a salaried professional, particularly. Lawyers work long hours. I know people in the insurance industry can work long hours. There's numerous businesses where you're putting in lots of time. If you're an hourly employee, you're also forced to work overtime. Sometimes it's good if you need the money, but sometimes it's short notice, which can cause a lot of turmoil. How many people have been, had children and say, I got to call somebody to get a babysitter, I've got a parent to take care of. It throws things up. And you have to coordinate your schedule with others, which I just said. One good thing, though, is you will be able to take a real vacation, because there are others to back you up. Let's talk about vision. What do I mean by that? All right. You begin with a vision, and I'm going to talk about frames of reference alike. I'm going to use that term frequently. That's really nothing more than getting a good business model in your head, whether it's someone else's or someone you read about, or something that you've just been thinking about, or a composite of things. Research similar businesses, talk to people who are engaged in the same kind of business that have some sort of relevant experience for you. Get to know people who are self-employed, not just in your business, in any area, people that are self-employed that you can talk to. Analyze and estimate the risks and the potential gain. Okay? You don't want to go into this, you don't want to buy a pig in a poke. You want to really think about what you're getting into and what you're going to get out of this. Monetarily, as much as you can estimate that you think you'll get out of it. Many times you get surprised. You'll be in business and you'll make much more than you may anticipate. That's a good thing. But even that's a problem that has to be worked on.
My business is totally in contact with nature. And that's something that I always like, and also I'm preserving the environment. And it's giving me also a healing process with the people, because what I do makes people feel good.
Right.
And this is something also that is how I want to work. I don't want to work with people that, oh, you told me I'm going to lose 25 pounds a day with this pill, and then right. So it's very important that your idea has also a good environment with the people that you want to achieve, to be your clients.
Good, excellent. That's a great example of that. Yeah. Yes?
I wanted the flexibility to not be in an office for 10 or 12 hours, and I've gotten to the point in my life where I want to do something that I really like.
Yeah.
So I really love animals, and that's why I chose that.
Okay. That's exactly what this is. That's what again. What else?
I wanted to.
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, I wanted to help people, and
okay.
So I feel like I am helping small as well as big companies, the smaller ones in particular, to survive. I feel like I'm a helper rather than a peddler.
Sure, by helping them to realize that radio advertising will boost their sales, give them greater opportunities, and helping them to show them that it's affordable, which it is. Great.
I need to be free to go up to Connecticut and see my grandchildren. So
great.
That's very good.
That's the kind of thing I'm talking about.
I was a painting contractor for 25 years, and then my back gave out. So I said, okay, I got to do something for myself so I can continue to go up north.
Yeah. Okay. Plus, they're very valid reasons. Just sometimes there are the more serious ones, such as I want to get out of an office type of thing. That was one of mine originally, by the way. I never wanted to be in an office. I really hated it. That's why I was a field reporter for many years. That's a great job. You just can't make a living at it, but and you get paid enough for yourself. But yeah, there are valid reasons. Yes.
Yeah, I was working for hospice for quite a while in Westchester when we lived on Long Island, and every patient that passed on always had something to say. So I, as far as healing, and they always said, "Oh, you make me feel great. You're my angel," or whatever.
Yeah.
But I always felt that I wanted to do something with my hands, and being in home health for 18 years now, since I've been in Palm Coast, a lot of my patients feel good. Not to brag about myself, but they feel good around me and they're happy when I'm not there. They're down and out, and I try to be there as much as I can. So to me, it's very rewarding to be around the elderly and help them as much as I can. And I feel with massage therapy will help me to do more of the physical therapy type of work.
That's right.
Which is good.
And of course, that's a great feeling of satisfaction.
Hey, give me a shout and I'll talk to you about it.
Turner, hey, how was your cousin?
My Uncle Ted, you mean?
Ted, help me out here. Was your cousin?
I ask him to loan me money all the time. Since we married Jane.
He better, yeah.
I guess there's something that I have to. Finally, when we
Cost
stood
me a
on
lot of money too.
the